Alright. So, I want to talk about Dragon Ball Daima. I like it. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But it's fun.
Whatever my late
It's a
father's
fun
done to
show.
you and yours, it's not my
You
problem
know,
to deal with.
it's a good time. I'm not like watching it expecting to see the most amazing shit I've ever seen. I'm just watching it because, it's the last thing Akira Toriyama worked on. You know, it was one of his like last like bits of things we're ever gonna get. Like it is the last thing we're ever gonna get from like his mind. I don't think about the stuff in it too hard. I like that the lore is being expanded. I like that, they're having fun with the action scenes. Like, at first I was skeptical because of the whole, like, turning everybody into kids thing. But it's not even, like, too big of a plot point, honestly. And some people don't like that, and some people do. But, like, I'm in the middle when it comes to, like, almost everything in the show. Like, on one hand, I see a lot of people, like, complaining about stuff in the show. And, I get it, But, like, at the same time, I think a lot of people are just taking it too seriously. Like, why are you taking it this seriously? It's just a dumb, fun show. Like, I see way too many people just getting mad. Like, legit anger by, like, the stuff that's happening in it. And I don't understand why you're getting that mad. It's crazy to me. Like, I've seen people, like, yelling, just, like, absolutely, like, this show sucks. And it's just like, what? Like, yeah, the plot isn't the strongest it could be, But, like, when has Dragon Ball's plot been, like, the strongest thing about it? Most people are watching Dragon Ball for, like, the action and the characters themselves. Like, I don't fucking like Naruto, Shippuden specifically, but like, I like the characters. I like the interaction between the characters, and I like the moments. I think the plot of Naruto is fucking garbage. But like, that doesn't mean like that it's bad. Now, granted, if I'm ever asked about like, oh, what do I think of Shippuden? I tell people this all the time. I don't think the plot is what people are watching for. It is the characters, And that's kind of how I feel about Daima. Like, are there plot moments that I'm like, oh, okay, I like this? Yeah, of course. Is that the only thing that I'm like, if this doesn't make sense, then I hate this show. This show's awful. No, of course not. That's dumb. You gotta have an open mind when it comes to it. Like, and a lot of people who are complaining about how the show works is like people who like are just getting into Dragon Ball or maybe have never seen Dragon Ball Z or original Dragon Ball. They probably only watch GT or Super. In which case, like, if you going based off those two shows, then like that's kind of nuts in itself. But like for me, like GT will always be like the worst Dragon Ball thing to me. Like, yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is cool and stuff. Yeah, it's like, iconic. But like everything other than that is so lame. It's so lame. Like, I don't understand how some people are like, yes, I love GT. I don't get it, like, at all. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever how you can, like, love GT with all its flaws. It doesn't get interesting until about, like, 30-something episodes in when the baby stuff starts. And even then, the way it ends is, like, awful. But I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, I think Daima is a fun show. I think it's going to get better. I know a lot of people didn't like episode 14, I think it was. Whichever was the one with 13. 13, that was the one with the like giant planet. I thought it was a fun episode, does it kind of feel like it's a filler episode a little, but like it's still important plot stuff happening in that episode, I guess. Like, you just take people just taking things way too serious, and I think it's because, you know, recently some of the other shows we've gotten are like, you know, it's full of action, people are enjoying the plot, like Solo Leveling. People love Solo Leveling. I personally don't really care for it. I think it's fine. It's just I've seen that character archetype so many times before, and like you know, other animes where it's just, oh, he's the weakest and then he becomes the strongest and now he's a badass. And like, I've seen that way too many times in other anime. Like it, but like Daima, I think it's a special thing. Like we're never gonna get something like that, like this again. You know, like when Majin Buu, which is the first one, people were like, oh man, this shit looks so stupid. Why does it look like a Cyberman? And it's just like, did y'all not watch them put a Cyberman seed in it? Like, that's why it looks like a Cyberman. I don't understand like how you don't get that. But like, I thought it was a fun design. I like the character. That's another thing. There isn't a bad character in the show. If anything, the worst character, I would say, and I don't even dislike him, the worst character is probably Goma. Like, but like at the same time, we're not supposed to like Goma, you know? But I don't dislike him because he's a bad character. I dislike him because he's like, he's a villain, you know? He just kind of doesn't really know what he's doing, but he does know what he's doing. You know, it's just like, you know, it's a fun time, is my point, you know? Like, Hibis is funny. I enjoy all the Hibis moments. Piccolo and Bulma do seem to just kind of be there, but like, it's nice that they're there. In GT, Piccolo shows up like twice, and he dies in the second one. And he sacrifices himself, but it's like a pointless sacrifice, because it's like, what was the point of that? And people love that moment, and it's crazy to me. But in this, he's like actually there. He's experiencing like the Namekian lore firsthand. You know, it's just a good time. Long story short, time is good, and people are complaining too much about it. Like, no one's criticizing other like bullshit in other anime as much as they are in Daima right now. Also, another like, it's not even performing well in terms of like viewership, and that's purely on the marketing. Like, the show was marketed poorly before it came out, and even after it came out, it's been marketed poorly. Like, what are we doing? Like, they didn't even like try. It feels like they kind of just was like, hey guys, this show is out, and that was it.
It'd be my honor to
Meanwhile, shit like Solo Leveling and stuff, like while it was airing, it was getting like ads for like Crunchyroll and stuff. Like, all like Don was getting multiple ads being run and stuff, but like, I haven't seen any ads for Daima since it came out. And there probably are some, but like, what are we doing? You know? But as of this moment, unless they like completely botch the ending, like, I don't see myself like growing to dislike it or think it was unnecessary, because it's expanding lore. Sure, it's retconning some things, but like, Dragon Ball is constantly retconning shit in like its next series. Like, that's just the thing that Dragon Ball does. Oh shit. Anyway, but like, you know, just I think people just need to fucking chill. Just enjoy it. I would say wait till it's over to like fully form like whether or not you like it. If you hate it right now, you probably don't want to finish it. Because some people do hate watch stuff. You know, I don't hate watch anything anymore. Like, if I stop enjoying the show, I just kind of stop watching it, which is why I haven't finished Solo Leveling. I got to like episode 7. I just kind of didn't care after that. And I know it gets better, but like gets even better at some people. To me, it was just kind of like stagnant. A lot of the episodes before episode 7 was just kind of like the same thing over and over to me. But then again, I haven't watched it like since it was airing, since episode 7 came out. Like I was watching it week to week, and that was like last year around this time, I feel like. So who knows? I probably will go back and finish it someday, but like as of right now, I don't really care about it, you know? And Dragon Ball Daima is keeping my attention every week, you know? Like, even like because the first few episodes were kind of like, you know, they just kind of happening, you know? You're getting a lead up to like the story, you know? The story doesn't really pick up until about episode 6, but I mean episode 7, episode 6, but like, you know, it's just like it was like, you know, easing you into the demon world, exploring. I will say, the plane breaking multiple times. Oh my god, that plot point got tired after the 3rd time it happened, and it happens like 4 or 5 times. Like, I'll give it that. Like, I do have complaints about the show, but the stuff I have complaints about, it's very like minor things so far. You know, nothing's happened where it's like made me like mad, you know. Nothing like crazy has happened where I'm like, yeah, fuck this, you know, I don't want to watch this anymore. But like after episode 15, people were like, this show sucks, and I'm like,
come to think of it,
what?
I could use a little exercise.
Whoa, that's a crazy turnaround. Like, people were like, oh, I liked episode 14, you know, and then episode 15 came out and people were like, this shit sucks, and I'm like, oh my god, chill out. Sucks is crazy. Like, have I done that before? Yeah, but like, I'm not the kind of person to like air out my opinions like that. Like, I don't really like comment on stuff too much, and I mean like leave a comment. Like, I obviously have like opinions. My friends, like, I'm getting my ass whipped. My friends are like constantly calling me like a hater and shit because like I'm not afraid to voice my opinion, which is why I kind of want to make this video, just to like, you know, talk about Daima, because like I'm really enjoying it. I'm getting my ass whipped, but I'm like really enjoying it. I think it's fun. I'm enjoying the lore, you know, and I'm repeating myself at this point, but that's just because like, if I had anything negative to say, I probably already said it. Like, there are another complaint I just thought about. At times there are like patience issues, but like that's about it. But I lost here. That's pretty much all I have to say about now. I think the next time I make a video talking about Daima, it'll be when it ends, which I think there's only 5 episodes left, you know. So it's just like, I'm not gonna win this. I'm not gonna win this. This is rough. But thank you for watching and listening to me ramble about Daima and fucking go off on tangents. That's it. Thank you.